Hey y'all, hey. We back again. Okay? We just gonna keep it rolling, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. All right. Next topic I wanted to talk about, because y'all don't even understand, I have a list. Okay? I just been tallying it up until I was ready to get on here and talk again. But I wanted to say this because this is an experience that I had. And that's all of them. It's just wild. It is wild, okay? Very much so wild. And this is to my men out here. Please, please, please stop voluntarily incorporating outside women in your relationship. And what I mean by that is not what you think. What I mean by that is this. Back in college, unfortunately, I have stories for days. Don't want to have them, but I do. So now I'm going to share them because it's time. As I continue my healing journey in various ways. Okay? So, this guy we used to work with, I used to work in the library on work study. When I went to college, no, I did not continue a track career. Therefore, I had to get financial aid assistance, right? So with financial aid assistance comes the opportunity for students to get work study. For those who don't know that, for those who did not complete college or just felt like it wasn't for them. That's kind of like the process of it all. So it was quite a few of us, majority Black students, unfortunately, of course. And we worked in the library. People have various jobs in the library. Like you could work in the library, but still not work with each other. But in this case, in my case, we worked with each other, me and the people that I'm talking about. And some of the people that I worked with were also my roommates. We had ended up renting out an apartment complex, and we lived in there, and it was a 4-bedroom apartment complex, and two of us shared one side, the other two shared the other side. And then the middle was the kitchen where we all collectively were able to cook and do this, yada, yada, yada. Use the kitchen area, right? And so this guy that we worked with, he was talking to one of my roommates at the time. I knew it, everybody knew it, was no secret. And so they were talking. Apparently, somehow, my name was placed in his mouth somewhere around the lines, telling my roommate that I was attractive and that if he wasn't talking to her, he would try to holler at me. So then my roommate proceeds to think I had some involvement with him telling her that out of his own mouth. Keep in mind, I carry myself as a woman of class. Okay? So if you're talking to somebody that I know, you're automatically unattractive to me. I don't care how fine you are automatically unattractive to me if you're talking to someone that I know personally, let alone live with. And not only did we live together, we were also on the dance team together in college. So I was just like, okay. And it's crazy because she never told me he said that. But she did something that was ruthless to me in public, involving another guy who was trying to talk to me, who I denied and rejected because of the age difference. So my roommate, the person I was on the same dance team with, took it upon herself to use him as a pawn to get back at me for something that I had no idea about. The only reason why I was able to put together the pieces of the puzzle that was scattered everywhere. I was not understanding where this came from, why she thought to do this, what she was trying to get out of doing it. Like, I didn't get it. And it wasn't until months later, she graduated in December, I think she graduated in December, if I'm not mistaken. I think she graduated in May. But it wasn't until months later, after this girl graduated, that the guy we worked with, who she was talking to, messing around with, he told me personally what he told her out of his mouth. That is how I became to know what was happening. And I'm like, why? What in the world gave you the audacity, the confidence to sit up there and tell that girl this? What? We didn't talk at all because out of respect for her, like I said, if I know you personally, out of respect for you, I'm not looking at your dude. I don't even want to make eye contact. I barely want to say hi. But I have to work with the man. We all do, because we rotated shifts. Okay? Based on our school schedule, our lives. And eventually, each one of us had to work with him. I was not the only female that worked with him by myself. There were others. But somehow, he decided to use my name. Now, I don't know what she said to him that drove his intention to say that to her, but it did. Whatever transpired drove him to say that to her. And I believe it could have been something just being spiteful or just truly letting her know, trying to tell her something in his own way. Like, look, I don't want you like that. And because I don't want you like this, this is what I'm going to say about your friend, your roommate, your dance team partner. For some type of get back. I don't know. That part I still don't know. Because I never thought to ask. I didn't care to ask. I just didn't understand. I wanted to know what gave him the audacity. And so y'all gotta stop doing bull crap like that. That is so crazy. That's very disrespectful. And then you're putting innocent people in the line of fire that had nothing to do with nothing. And now you got people out here doing crazy things to that specific female. And the female, me, I was just blindsided. I was like, whoa. What's happening? What's the problem? And it just became so much drama that I had no recollection of. I ended up moving out of that apartment into a whole nother apartment the following year with somebody else. Because I was just like, no, I'm not about to sit up here and keep walking into the same doors with this person. And you tried to play me? Like, girl, what? And girl, why? Because you can have this buster right here. There's no need to try to get anybody's permission. You can have him. I literally showed you text messages of me rejecting him. So the fact that you try to act like you didn't even know me and this guy was talking, I literally had my phone. If anybody has a phone next to your face and scrolling on their phone to you, showing you text messages, you see the name of the guy, you know the name of the guy because you saw him when he came in there and asked me in person in front of everybody. He asked me in person in front of everybody to go out with him. And me, again, being cautious of other people's feelings, I was not going to embarrass the young gentleman. He was fine. Okay? Chocolate and fine. Did you hear me? Fine. Keep in mind, I don't discriminate now. Light skins. Y'all know my daddy light skin, so I don't discriminate. But my daddy light skin, my mommy chocolate with her beautiful skin. And my daddy has the most beautiful skin too, y'all. And them Louisiana folks, he from Louisiana, his eyes turn gray and all kind of stuff in different seasons. But, you know, that's another story, because we used to think that his eyes was cute until we actually found out that, no, it's not that they change in different colors in different seasons. It's for a reason, and that's because he be eating stuff that he shouldn't be eating. So that's a sign to, sir, stop. But, you know, he got all that Louisiana stuff mixed up in him, Frenchman and all that kind of stuff. So ain't no telling what kind of stuff he got in his lineage. But anyways, back to the topic. So yeah, my daddy light skin, y'all. My mama, she chocolate. So I don't discriminate against nobody. Okay. But this young man, he was very, very handsome. But I was a senior. He was a freshman. I was like, no, no, baby, can't do it. Maybe if you were a year younger, like the guy that I first dated, who everybody thought we were going to get married, my college sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. If you were just a year younger like him, then I would have given you a shot. But you're talking about 3 years younger. Not going to happen. I'm getting ready to graduate, sir. What can you do for me? But yes, like I showed her the text messages and everything. And even if I didn't show her the text messages, she still saw the boy ask me out in front of everybody in the library. It was the most random thing. Like, I'd never seen the child before, the student before. Like, it was like nothing. It was so crazy. I don't even know what made that boy come up and ask me in front of everybody while we were all working. Yeah, he had some big cojones. I give him that. That man, he knew he was fine for him to have the audacity to come up there and ask me in front of all those other girls. So she was there, she knew. But it was just the fact that she tried to act like she didn't know in order to talk to him herself. Because this fool done put my name in his mouth, talking about he'd holler at me if he wasn't with her. And I had no idea, because like I said, we barely held conversation. I think the most I said to that man was, he used to try to talk to me all the time, because he would be joking about my roommate or whatever. And he would be like, just saying little silly stuff that didn't really bother me or wasn't really offensive. He used to just be like, he would just do something and he would try to get me to get her back in good graces, like with him or whatever and stuff like that. He used to do stupid stuff and then try to get me to help him get back in her good graces. That was the most I ever talked to that boy. Only by doing stuff like that. And she'd be like, girl, that boy crazy. No, like, he crazy for, like, no, he crazy. And so she'd be like, no, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. But that would be as much as I would talk to the guy. And then I would try to ask him for candy, because he used to come to work all the time with freaking loads. His backpack would be full of books and candy just to calm his nerves and stuff. Like, I ain't never talked to that boy before. Now, when people be trying to play with me, back in the day, back then, y'all. I've been out of college for, like I told y'all before, 13, 14 years now. Just chill out. But when you try to play with me back in the day, that's why I say people don't know I got that dog in me. I just keep it tame, just like these men out here. They don't know how to tame theirs, but I can contain mine. Okay? Let that dog stay in here. Let that dog stay in my little bitty self, okay? Because, yeah, when you try to play with me, like I said, let's play. And I'm always going to be the game station, okay? Never the remote controller, the station. All right. So then after that, it's free game for everybody then. How about that? But then also, that's when God said, sit your $5 down before I make change. Man, I just sat down. But yeah. So yeah. Keep other females' names out y'all's mouth. Whatever y'all thinking, whatever y'all feeling, it don't matter. Shut up. Don't ever mention another female to another female, especially someone that you are intimate with, that you are sexually involved with. I'm like, how this girl got? Not somebody I live with, Lord. What's happening? Why is she doing this? Why? I was so confused. And then that Negro told me himself months after this girl done graduated what he said. And I never told him what she did, but I just connected the mother freaking dots. As always. Because when I be talking to God, I be talking to God, and God eventually lets me find out all the answers to my questions. And that was the answer to my question. So I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. This is why that girl did that. Because this fool, this Negro done sit up here and told this mother freaking girl, pretty much, you should have just said, I like her, I'm going to stop talking to you, and I'm going to go after her. Pretty much basically what he might as well say, because that's what he said. But it's who said that you could even get me. Now, he got after the fact. Because don't play with me. But like I said, that's when God told me to sit my behind down. And I did. I was a good girl after that. But you're not going to play with me and then think you ain't going to get played back. But to be clear, I have never in my life, ever cheated on my significant other. Even if I found out that they did that to me. I have never took it upon myself to get a lick back in that regards. Only when other females try to play me like that. Oh, ma'am. Okay. Let's play tag. Because now I'm it. I tag myself in. And we're going to play a game. But in my personal relationships, no, I've never cheated. I've never got no lick backs. I've never been that type of female. No, nothing like that on my end of the spectrum. I never said, oh, this person cheated on me, so I'm going to go ahead and get my lick back, cheat on him, and we're going to stay together. Never in my life have I ever rolled like that. No. My best response for something like that, deuces. And my best response back then should have been that, and it was. I deuced to that friendship. That's why I ended up moving out towards the end of the year. And then not only that, it was some other issues going on with another one of my roommates, the one who I shared the side with. So it was just a roommate mess. Okay, too much going on. I got into a physical altercation with one of the girls who I introduced them to and stuff like that because, you know, I'm just a different type of breed. Like I say, I don't like mess. I don't like people who backstab other people. I don't like being in the midst of people. Like the girl that's right here, y'all are in this room right here literally talking about this girl who is cooking dinner in this very moment in my house, cooking dinner for y'all, but y'all in here talking about her. The walls are paper thin. I can hear y'all. So if y'all are talking about her, then what do y'all say about me? So I don't play that kind of stuff. And yeah, it led to a physical altercation. I'm talking about busting down doors, other people's rooms, doors, type of altercation. Like, it got real bad. But anyway, so yeah, I just ended up leaving that squad altogether and parting ways altogether and calling it a day. I met some other females. Well, I knew those females because I worked with them too. We all worked with them. We all worked with each other. It was a variety of us working together. But towards the end of my, like the last 2 semesters or whatever, I had gotten close with that set of girls that I worked with. And that's the one whose wedding I went to, whose wedding reception I went to over the summer of this year. A few months ago. I think, was it in June or July? One of those two, June or July. And I posted a small quick clip of me in like this little black jumpsuit because the attire was black tie. And so yeah, so that was the group of girls that I got close with, and I love them dearly to this day. Some of them I talk to more than the others, but it's still, when we all come together, it's like nothing ever changed to me. I don't know how they may feel, but to me, I'm always like, ain't nothing changed, because we never had a bad time together. We never had like mess or negative things to say towards each other or anything like that. So everything is good in my book. But, you know, some people can feel a type of way like, oh, you don't talk to me no more. You talk to this person more than you talk to me. And me and you was like this that first moment. So you have people that may be in their feelings a little bit. But to me, I'm just like, it's all love. I will talk to you the same. You want me to call you every day too? You want me to talk to you? The crazy part is me and the person who you think we talk all the time, we actually don't even talk like that at all. But, you know, people just be in their feelings. But outside of that, no, I love them so much. And I'm thankful that I was able to connect with them and to hang out with them and to at least wrap up my college on a good note. Yeah, but they're my girls. They're my babies. I love them. But yeah, but outside of them, yeah, it was just a mess. So like, dudes, yeah, take note. Please don't ever do that. That is not cute. If you don't want to be with somebody, just tell them you don't want to be with them. Don't try to throw shade and then throw an innocent person's name in your mouth to try to shake up the other female and stuff like that, or to make the other female feel a type of way. Like, don't do that, because that's not cute. That's not okay. That's not cool at all. So that's what I came on here to say. That's my point, not what y'all were probably assuming. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Because, yeah, I'm like, people do some crazy stuff. Ain't that something? I ain't know about nothing, y'all. I'm like, the only thing I say to this boy is, hey, I sit down, we work, we organizing prints and all kind of stuff. And he'll be like, how your day going? I'll be like, it's good. Real short. Real short. Because what we got to talk about? Nothing, as far as I'm concerned. So, and that's actually what I was trying to prevent. Is like, I don't need nobody going to say anything about what Jasmine J. Ivory said to them. How I looked at them. No, because it ain't that kind of party. No. It ain't that kind of party. Okay? But yeah, I was just, y'all, when I say I was so, like, out my mind, because I'm just like, why would she do that to me? I even had to tell her best friend about it, and I didn't even tell her until she was gone from the school, until the girl had graduated. That's when I ended up telling her best friend what transpired and why I no longer wanted to communicate with her or to have any dealings with her. And she was like, she did that? Like, I'm like, yeah. She was like, no. She's like, I gotta talk to her, because that don't sit well on my spirit, like on my soul, because she was a very spiritual person as well. She's like, that don't sit right. That is not okay. I cannot believe she did that. And I said, and I don't know why. And then that's when I eventually found out why, after that whole conversation, even with her best friend, because me and her best friend were cool. But I just couldn't socialize with her. And she talked to her about it. She was like, I told her, Jazz, that she was wrong. That wasn't okay at all. You know, and I never did share with her, because I didn't know at the time of talking to her about the situation, you know, why she even felt the need or the desire to do what she did publicly to me regarding that youngster. And then afterwards is when I found out, and it was no need for me to tell her. She had already talking to the girl and stuff like that. I'm not going to keep bringing up stuff because it's not even relevant at this point. But yeah, because I was like, yeah, she did that to me. And I ain't have nothing to do with nothing. I just asked that boy for some candy one time, and then was the freaking liaison between him and her, her and him, blah, 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 blah. That was it. But All right, y'all. Let me get up off this thing. I'm ready for Christmas break already. And I'm already tired of work. Tired of teaching these kids. I just want to be financially free. So I don't have to work for a year. Just give me a year break. I'm tired. I'm okay. Look, the dog caught up here. He got worried. I'm not crying for real. Yeah, kiss you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, down, baby. Down. Okay. I know. Mommy love you. Mommy love you. Thank you, baby, for checking on me. He the only one that check on me. Huh. I'm the only one that check on my mommy. But okay, y'all. All right. I'm off this thing. He didn't sit up here and got worried. Boy, I'm not crying for real, Tootie. I'm not crying for real. Oh, no. I really gotta go take a shower there, y'all. But okay. If y'all see the camera move, it's because he is right here on my lap. Hey, Toot. Hey, baby. I would show you, but I have to protect you. Bro, this shedding. Do y'all know how to stop shedding from dogs? Oh my gosh. That's the only problem I'm having right now. So much shedding. And I have to constantly clean. Like, yes, I let it clean my house. Don't get me wrong. I love to clean. It's therapeutic, but he's talking about almost every day. Every day. I need a break. 2, all right. Come on, because you're messing up my stuff. You stepping on my light and everything. Go. Thank you, baby, but go. Go and go. But, all right, y'all. Bye yet again. Till next time.